Hey guys, it's Kiwi Simming here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another speed build. This is quite a different speed build than my previous ones. It's in The Sims 3. I don't think I needed to point that out because The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 look significantly different graphics wise. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's significantly different than the builds that I have done previously because this is actually a one-room home. Now, I've seen a lot of speed builds on YouTube lately. Most of them are in The Sims 4, but they've been like these one-room houses, and they're really cool to me. I really wanted to give it a go, so yeah, that's what I did. Here it is. I guess I'm pretty happy with it. The exterior is kind of lame, but I don't know, I just don't really like the shape of it and the blandness of it, I guess. But I don't know, I had to be quite careful because this is a one-room house, so I had to kind of play around and make sure it wasn't too big. I'm talking like so much rubbish right now. I'm just trying to make sense, and the more I talk, the less sense I'm making, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I had a really hard time with the front of the house. Yeah, it changes a wee bit. The door ends up coming out a little bit rather than being pushed in. It takes me a while to get to that point, but I mean, that's fine. It's cool. Yeah. I did use a lot of custom content in this house, so if you have a lower end computer and one that doesn't really handle custom content all too well, once again, I wouldn't recommend downloading this house. This is the heaviest custom content house I have ever built. I don't know if you guys have heard of her or like the website, but I think it's called Ruby Red or something. But basically, this person builds heaps of houses and finishes heaps of houses and uses a crap load of custom content in them. I downloaded a few of those houses, and naturally the custom content came with them, and I just wanted to dive on in and like experiment with it myself, so that's what I did. I am sorry if you're not a fan of custom content. The bottom line is I am, hence why I'm using it. So yeah, you can always just take inspiration, I suppose, and try and recreate it with base game stuff or non-custom content if you wish. But yeah, I love the custom content in this house. It looks so much more interesting than with just kind of stuff that's not custom. Yeah, I'm not making a lot of sense. But yeah, just know that doing the front of the house was the most stressful thing I have experienced today. I literally spent so long on the front of this house, and I'm finally getting somewhere here where I'm doing the like the bit that pops out. That's where I finally start to get where I want to be with the exterior. There's still quite a few changes because I just can't make my mind up on like what I want it to look like on the outside. This was a very stressful time for me, you guys. Like, I had such a hard time doing the outside of this house, and yeah, it was so not good. But yeah, what can I talk about? Oh, someone actually sent me a message on Tumblr the other day of something that I can talk about, so I'm just going to read out what they said and then I'm going to talk about it, because okay. Someone said, if you're looking for topics to talk about, I would love to know more about New Zealand in general, like what the area you live in is like, what the scenery is like, the humour, the TV, the people, etc. Maybe that's too broad, but maybe it will give you some inspo. To be honest, I'm kind of obsessed with New Zealand, so I'm going to talk about New Zealand for a bit because, I don't know, I feel like New Zealand is an okay place, and if like my viewers are interested in New Zealand, then sure, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. New Zealand, okay, what do I have to say about New Zealand? The scenery is beautiful. We have some really, really nice places in New Zealand. I live in the capital. I live in Wellington. Not going to be specific. Wellington is a huge place. You're not going to find me, just if you're going to try. And in the heart of the capital city, we have some beautiful, beautiful places. We have the Botanical Gardens, which is just... Excuse me. Don't text me. It's my mum. We have the Botanical Gardens, which is just this yeah, it's this giant garden basically, and there's so many nice flowers and trees and stuff, and it's so beautiful. I go there like at least twice a year during the summer, just for like, I don't know, to enjoy it, I suppose. And it's like connected to a cable car. Like if you walk all through the Botanical Gardens, you eventually get to a cable car, which takes you down to a like big shopping strip in Wellington called Lambton Quay. It's really, really cool. I'm running out of breath. But yeah. Also, I was in Taupo earlier this year, and the scenery up there was also amazing. I went to Hookah Falls. Beautiful, most beautiful thing I have ever seen, to be honest. So yeah, we definitely have pretty good scenery over here. It's a nice country to look at. It's very green when it's not extremely hot and the grass goes yellow. Yeah, I mean sometimes it's quite dry, but for the most part it is very green over here. It's very pretty. It's amazing. I love the scenery in New Zealand. The area I live in a not so great area, but that's not because it's not because of financial reasons. Basically the only reason that we're in this area is because, okay, we were in a really nice area, and then my mum's childhood home popped up on the market and she just really wanted to buy it. So yeah, we bought my mum's childhood home, which, I mean, is pretty cool. Like, that's quite sentimental to my mum. That's a pretty cool experience for her. But the only downside is that we did go from a really nice area to a really kind of lame area. There's a lot of, I don't know, it's just not the best area. I'm not a huge fan of it. I definitely prefer where we lived before, but again, I'm not going to like talk about where I actually live. But if you live in New Zealand, you probably know the kind of area that I'm talking about without me actually having to go into detail. It's like, it's not rough. It's kind of rough, but it's not the roughest area around me. Yeah, I don't really know. It's okay. The humour. We have a very, I don't know. I can only talk about the people around me, like the sense of humour around me. We have a very sarcastic sense of humour. Sometimes we have a very dry sense of humour. Like, yeah, it changes for everyone really. It's kind of, I don't really think there's a specific New Zealand humour. I don't know. The people I know are just very sarcastic with their humour and yeah, that kind of thing. And as for the people, there are good people and there are bad people, like with anywhere. There's a group of people, like any country, we have our gangsters, we have our like stuck up elite rich Ponzi, that's not the right word. What am I getting at? That's not the right word. I don't know, but we have like people that think they're better than everyone. We have teenage girls that think they're better than everyone. I hate those people. Yeah. It's probably just like anyone out, like any other country, to be honest. New Zealand, to be honest, is not that interesting to me, but that's probably because I've lived here my entire life, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'd be interesting for someone who had never been to New Zealand or experienced any of this New Zealand stuff, but to me it's just kind of bleh, because it's, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about New Zealand, because yeah, like I said, I don't really see it as this interesting topic, because I mean, of course it's going to be interesting to people that don't live in New Zealand or aren't familiar with New Zealand, but because it's my life and what I know, it's just kind of, average to me. Like, I'd rather live in Australia, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, I should probably talk about the house for a little bit longer rather, because yeah, I've been rambling about nothing but New Zealand, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing because it was requested, kind of, or it was suggested, which is kind of different. But yeah, I hope that satisfies your interest in New Zealand, whoever sent me that message. It was anonymous, so yeah, I can't shout out or anything, but yeah, hopefully that gives you a bit more of an insight of New Zealand, which it probably won't, because I didn't really share like interesting things. Ugh, I'm so hopeless. I apologize. But yeah, you can probably already tell and see the crazy amount of custom content in this house. Well, actually, okay, I thought this was a huge amount of custom content, and then I looked in one of the houses that I originally downloaded where I got all of this custom content from. I came to realize that this isn't a lot of custom content at all. To be honest, I mean, sure, every piece of furniture in this house is custom content, but man, you should see the houses that I downloaded. They're so like cluttered in such a good way, but I just can't do that in The Sims 3. I don't know why. I can only seem to clutter in The Sims 4. I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah. It looks really nice though, so I'll leave the link in the description to like where I downloaded all of this custom content from. If you have a high-end computer, I definitely recommend. Well, I mean, if you have a high-end computer and you're into custom content, definitely recommend downloading maybe one of these houses just to get this custom content. It's especially good for Tumblr, by the way. It's these houses and this custom content from this website is very Tumblr-esque to me, and yeah. I feel like a lot of people on Tumblr that like take photos of their Sims and stuff use these houses or objects from these houses, whereas it's just, yeah. It's just the vibe I get from it. I can't breathe. Oh, we're going back to this, aren't we? Oh, I was doing so well. But yeah. So I don't put on walls until the end of the build just because I didn't really know what I wanted to go for at the beginning. I'm about to yawn. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I decided I'd just do all the finishing and just leave the wall painting till last. The walls are the same throughout the entire house. It's not overly exciting. It's just a random pattern that I have in my collection. It looks okay, I suppose. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, I need to take 2. Okay. So, I tried to film my question and answer video today. Why do I keep calling it that? Just call it a Q&A. I tried to film my Q&A today, but the camera died on me, so that's being put off a little bit longer. Yeah, I want to use a proper camera for this Q&A rather than my phone. So yeah, I have to wait until it's charged and until it's daytime again. It's currently nighttime, and I can only really film when it's daytime because I use my natural lighting. I posted a picture on Twitter of my super professional setup, and yeah, it's good. It's good. It's Gucci. But yeah, we're working on the bathroom right now, and yes, this is part of the whole one room thing as well. It's a very truly one room house. There are no doors or anything apart from the front door and the back door. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I actually really like one room houses. I probably wouldn't do it again because I feel like it's something that you can only really do once, because I don't know how many variations can you make of a one room house. But then again, I suppose you could say the same thing about houses. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So I'm running out of things to say and I'm like getting ready to stumble over my words. Oh, I'm yawning again. Oh, excuse me. I'm 21 in 17 days. That's kind of scary. I don't really know how I feel about it, to be honest, but I can't stop it. It's not even a huge deal for me. I've spoken about it before in another video because, like, it's not like I can legally drink once I hit 21. I've been able to legally drink since I was 18. So it's not overly exciting, but it's still kind of weird because, I'm 21. Well, soon. Not yet. Actually, possibly by the time this video goes up, I'm 21. What day is this video going up? Let me just check super quick. I'm very ahead with my schedules. It's currently the 1st of August. So, yeah, I don't know when this video is going up. My internet's going really, really slow lately, so all day I haven't been able to do anything because my internet's just been dragging and I don't even have time to talk about this. Oh my god. Internet, please, just... Alright, well... Okay, there we go. Now, my next video is going up on the 10th, so this video here will be going up on the 11th. Which means I'll be 21 in 6 days, which is even weirder. So crazy. But yeah, we're not long finishing off the house. Also, can we talk about the fact that I'm like 11 days ahead of myself? I'm so proud. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this house. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. The download link will be in the description. And of course, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.